There you go, old friend. Nice and sharp. It's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, sorry, I did not see that you were ready. How are you feeling? I know it's an early start, but the sun will only get higher in the sky. Are you sure that this is what you want for our date? Well, I'm not one to say no to something new and exciting. Although it's not necessarily new for me, just I haven't done it in a long time. I got my dragoon spear out. I am ready to go adventuring. I never thought that when I told you all my stories of my past challenges that you would take that as a good spot for a romantic outing. Forgive me, I am both nervous and excited. Yes, the last time I went tomb raiding would have been 300 years ago, maybe. I was good at it at the time, but I'm an old man now, and my spear is heavier than it used to be. If you understand my meaning. Now, there's a few things that we definitely need to go through. Okay? This isn't just some fun outing where we can enjoy ourselves, have a picnic. There's other things at stake here. You see? The ancient Sun Elves, when they built temples and grand villas, they often hoarded a lot of gold and wealth in them, yes? I know, it's going to be fun to get it, but they also wanted to protect it, along with the pharaohs that were buried. And so, they set out traps. A lot of them. Along with monsters having taken up residency in a lot of these places, there are things to keep us out. So, I'm going to go through a few of them, okay, just so you're aware. We have the steam traps. Very simple. They put vials underneath certain tiles. When you stepped on it, it would crack 2 vials, causing a chemical reaction, making boiling steam shoot out into your face. Easy to spot though, they're slightly raised, so I'll be keeping an eye out. Okay? The next one would be a pit trap. Similar thing, but instead of raised, it's slightly sunken. The stone slabs are actually very thin, and when you step on them, crunch, you go through them. Crumbles below, you fall onto spikes, quicksand, or even just a prison cell to starve to death. If it's the last one, it's not so much a big deal, because I can get you out by hauling down some rope. What I'm saying essentially is just be careful where you step. Are you still sure that you wouldn't rather just have a coffee and some sweets by the lakeside? As you so wish. Next up is sand constructs. They're not uncommon to find in certain rooms of temples. They're giant sandstone creatures that will rise up out of the ground and try rushing you. I've got something to deal with them. You really just need to stand back and let me carve them up. Sandstone is quite weak, so a few hits and they're down. Conversely, and do not mistake one for the other, sphinxes are also occasionally in places. They are incredibly hard to kill, near impossible for one person. But they aren't automatically hostile. They will ask you a riddle, you have to answer it. What kind of riddles? Stuff like Konakres ke unfaran sanskrit. Tonoto kes anda umfar. And the answer there is, of course, time. I didn't speak in common just then, did I? To be fair, the riddle doesn't work in common because it doesn't. it has got a lot of wordplay in it that doesn't exactly translate. If I tell you it kind of directly translated, it becomes more obvious about what they're talking about. And they will only be speaking old Istalmelf languages mostly. So just let me, or I could translate it for you, and we'll figure it out. Oh yes, no, there is. There's the what are they called? It's an ancient race that no longer exists. The Arcadinia, Venom. So the Arcadinia became Scorpionkin, and they harvested their venom in trade. Very deadly, dangerous stuff. The Dark Elves would drool if they could get their hands on it. But they have darts coated with it, and you step on the wrong tile, darts come out. If they hit you, it can cause paralyzation, hallucination, and eventually death. And you really think this is a great place for a romantic date? I suppose we are more alike than I realized. You know, it's kind of silly, but I am getting excited to be back in those places, to have my steel again. Feels a weird kind of nostalgia. Not exactly pining for those days past, but excited to relive it in a new angle with someone I actually care about. Back then I was basically treasure hunting to fill a gap, a hole within myself. And now I can do it as a romantic thing. Time is weird like that. So strange, so foreign. I love you too. Now, sorry, there's also monsters. Monsters who don't exactly fit in with more traditional stuff. Like the mimics, they aren't intentionally a trap, but they tend to move into abandoned structures, and now they just live there. Would have been centuries later. They can pretend to be chests, sandstone slabs, or statues. Yes, no. The way to tell is to, and this is gonna sound interesting, you just kind of knock like that. Because they don't like vibrations, and you'll feel them kind of shudder or shiver. If you really want to do it, you hit two pieces of metal together like... I'm gonna try and do this precisely. You see? You try and make that sound when you enter a room to see if anything kind of shudders. It's just, it's good to stay quiet when you first enter a room. So I'll put up my hand like this. And I'll just walk in nice and slowly. And just bang with my spear. And if we feel anything shudder, then I'll just raise it. Nice and easy. And bang. Get the thing before it has a chance to get up. Another creature we are liable to encounter is a shambling husk. It's, well, once followers of the old pharaohs, they're kind of desiccated corpses that now roam the hallways. If they get a grip on you, they'll start to drain all the fluids from your body, making you into a husk as well. They're easy to take down though, one quick whoop, and they're out for the count. I have to admit, I'm a bit excited. Now, first things first. Hydration. Your turn. Go on. Don't make a face. No, it's not water. It's cactus juice. It hydrates you for longer. And these temples are very dry. You're going to have to drink it. You bought something as well? What's this? Darling. You bought wine? Sangria? That's nice. You are aware that alcohol dries you out, though. We can drink it when we're in the treasure room. Well, okay. We'll sit in the treasure room, have a picnic, and drink some wine amongst hoards of gold. But we're only taking what we need. Typically, if you make it to the treasure room, the old ways dictate, oh, you made it, you get the treasure. But the pharaohs often put a curse on it, so if you take too much, you get punished. It's a classic greed thing. It's really easy to counteract, actually. You just need to put it back, which means you just go to the temple again. I've had it happen to me a couple of times in my younger days when I was reckless and foolhardy. But now I am ready to fight again. Ready to be the ancient hero. Oh, over there. Oh, no. One sec. Spear, like I said, heavier than it used to be. Oh, my back. My darling, could you just get the knot out? Thank you. I'm alright. Ancient hero. Ready to go. I'm as young as I ever was, huh? Very funny. You know, you should be a comedian, huh? You want to go to the courts? Jingle around and laugh for them? Huh? Or do you want to have a date with me? Because if you want to have a date with me, you quiet your tongue. I'm not old, I'm just... vintage, finely aged wine, huh? Alright, let's get going. I want to get enough gold to buy an engraving in my spear. It's nothing, I'll tell you about it later. We ready? Okay. Artwork in this video was by Sam. Thank you so much.